Hi Sam. I'm excited for our lesson today. We're focusing on the word
wohnen,
Hi Alex.
wohnen,
What does that mean?
wohnen,
means to live or to reside. It's most commonly used when talking about where someone lives. But be careful, because a false friend in English is,
to own,
which sounds similar but means something entirely different.
So, how do you use
wohnen,
in a sentence?
Great question. In the present tense, you would say,
ich wohne, du wohnst,
and,
sie, es wohnt.
for example,
Ich wohne in Berlin.
means I live in Berlin. In the past tense, you can say,
Ich wohnte.
for,
Präteritum.
or for.
Perfekt.
You say,
Ich habe gewohnt.
That sounds straightforward. Could you give me an imperative form?
sure. The imperative is,
Wohne.
when speaking informally to one person. You would say,
Wohnt.
for informal plural. So, you might say,
Wohnt hier, wenn ihr könnt.
which means live here if you can.
Interesting. Does
wohnen,
have any special characteristics as a verb?
Yes. It's a regular verb, so it follows the standard conjugation patterns. It doesn't have a separable prefix, but it's used in many contexts, like I live in an apartment or where do you live?
I see. And what about other forms of the word?
Well,
Wohnung.
is the noun meaning apartment or flat. It's feminine, so you say,
Die Wohnung.
and the plural is,
Die Wohnungen.
That's helpful. Is there a history behind
wohnen,
absolutely. The word comes from the Old High German,
Wohnen.
which means to dwell or to reside. Over time, it evolved to the modern German we use today. It's fascinating how language changes, isn't it?
It really is. I love hearing about the origins of words.
And the word formation is interesting too.
Wohnen.
Consists of the root
Wohn.
and the suffix. The root relates to living, while the suffix is common for verbs.
So, it's not a compound word then.
Correct, it's not a compound. But if it were, we'd look at the last noun for gender.
What are some similar words to
wohnen,
There are quite a few. For example, with the same root, there's,
Wohlig.
which means cozy. Then there's,
Wohnzimmer.
which means living room that combines,
Wohnen.
and,
Zimmer.
meaning room.
That's a neat way to group them.
There's also
Wohngemeinschaft.
which means shared apartment. It's very common among students. Then, think about
Abwohnen.
meaning to live out, and
Einwohnen.
which is to move in or to settle.
Wow, that's a lot. Any other examples?
Definitely. You have
Vermieter.
meaning landlord,
Mieter.
for tenant, and
Umzug.
meaning move. Each of these terms relates back to the concept of living or residing.
This vocabulary is really building up.
Now, let's practice with some real-life situations. Imagine you're looking for an apartment. You could start with
Ich suche eine Wohnung.
Okay, I'll try.
Ich suche eine Wohnung.
Great. How about when you want to ask a friend where they live? You could say,
Wo wohnst du?
Wo wohnst du?
Got it.
perfect. Lastly, if you were telling someone about your neighborhood, you might say,
Ich wohne in einem ruhigen Viertel.
Ich wohne in einem ruhigen Viertel.
Nice.
good job. Now, let's talk about gender memory hints. Since
Wohnung.
is feminine, you could remember it by thinking of a cozy room filled with plants, which is often seen as a feminine space.
That's a good image.
As for usage notes,
Wohnen.
is generally informal. Some common phrases include,
Ich wohne hier seit 2 Jahren.
meaning I have lived here for 2 years, and
Wo wohnen deine Eltern?
meaning where do your parents live?
Those are useful. Any similar words to watch out for?
Yes. Don't confuse
Wohnen.
with,
Besitzen.
which means to own. They're very different in meaning.
Got it. Now, can you quiz me on what we've learned?
Sure. First question, what does
Wohnen.
mean?
It means to live or to reside.
Correct. What is the plural form of
Wohnung.
It's
Die Wohnungen.
great? How do you say I live in Berlin in German?
Ich wohne in Berlin.
Right again. What's the imperative form for
Wohnen.
Wohne.
for one person.
perfect? Last question, where does the word originate from?
It comes from Old High German.
Wohnen.
Excellent job, Sam. You really grasped everything today. The key takeaway is that
Wohnen.
is an essential verb for talking about living situations in German.
Thanks, Alex. I feel more confident using it now.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and I look forward to our next lesson.